time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, October 20th, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Thursday morning, October 20th, 2016. Here are your news and odds. Top 3 at 8:30 on this Thursday morning is Donald Trump was assured that Americans that nobody has more respect for women than he does. As it had multiple allegations sexual assault as a conspiracy of fiction. Verizon, the largest carrier in the U.S. and owner of a large set of media properties via AOL, could detect threats today. Mixed third quarter earnings and saw equipment and subscriber numbers were reported. They say U.S. has lost lines with Philippines with China. Tesla announced all vehicles would be built with self-driving hardware. The European Central Bank kept suspending the easing program and interest rate and changes suspend bills up with a possible extension of the bond ban later this year. France's foreign minister has warned that up to 1 million people could try to flee the fighting in the Iraqi city. Mosul says authorities must check each one of them to make sure Islamic State extremists aren't escaping among the civilians. Probably straight in research, not in this time. A new premier usually feels some excitement about their first summit of European Union leaders as a cold across the EU mourn for Theresa May. Beirut, Russia's pausing in Iraq has brought glimmers of calm Aleppo by Thursday, but residents in the rebel districts of the war-ravaged third city do not seem optimistic it will last. Istanbul, a Turkish air raid that killed as many as 200 Kurdish military members north of Syrian city of Aleppo on Thursday, according to Turkish military. Bellefontaine, Ohio, an Ohio woman accused of suffocating her 3 young sons over a 13-month period in a record police service that she smothered each boy with a blanket over her face because she didn't want to see them suffering. Jeffrey Scott Jones is seen in the photo released by Orange County District Attorney's Office says a former teacher slit his throat in a California courtroom Wednesday morning after the jury convicted him of multiple accounts of sexual assault. He was considered a deflected question about the Clinton and Farrell nation during a Western presidential debate, pivoting away from questions about undue influence from a brutal foreign government by island and the organization charitable work. Aleppo, Syria. Russia on Thursday began another humanitarian pause there struck to stop for 11 hours allow rebels and civilians to flee the Syrian city of Aleppo. Mosul, Iraq. Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi on Thursday has said that the battle to free Mosul from Islamic State control has been going faster than planned. Ankara, Turkey. The Turkish military has said it killed up to 200 Kurdish military in an airstrike in northern Syria. Washington. North Korea tested a video range ballistic missile Thursday morning for the second time within a week. The launch was a failure. Manila. At least 2 people are dead and after Super Typhoon Irma rolled across the Philippines Thursday, just 2 days after the country took a beating from a typhoon Sarika. Washington Baylor University had a federal investigation and handled the possible Title IX violations that they pertain to sexual violence cases. Pawtucket Red Sox will host their first ball on sale fall open house on McCoy Stadium on Saturday, October 8, 2016 from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans will have the opportunity to purchase game used equipment from the Paw Sox Clubhouse and Pawtucket Memory from Clubhouse Stadium Street Plus Select. Discounted items of the teams are all a yard sale style prices, which to the areas of the ballpark included open visitors clubhouse, dugouts, boardroom track, and press box. Admission free. Many items will be located at the Paw Sox and Visitors Clubhouse, and other items will be on display in the dugouts. Fans can purchase off-hand game board jerseys, caps, and other game used equipment, as well as probably available as Justin Fedora, played by Hook Colts, Kevin Euclid, and John Lesser. That would be the best outcry by 2012 Governor's Champions and his All-Star Game logos. Baseballs from 2004 are among the items will be available. Random. Local police are looking for help by the 2 men who allegedly stole a diamond bracelet valued at about $6,000 from a jewelry store at a Winford Village premium outlets. Boston. The Academy side of Boston Kenmore Square will be more likely to stay in protections being sought by the city's landmark commission. According to the Boston Globe, the federal has drawn up a draft report that restrict the ability of the new owners of the building, which own 3,600 square foot sites, to make a substantial change in the side. A permanent landmark designation required public hearings and approval by the city council and mayor bar to watch. Boston and the Brookline man has been found guilty of conspiracy and securities fraud charges in insider trading scheme that prosecutors say netted more than $1 million. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg reportedly defended PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel after the reported Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump drew criticism. Walgreens puts last earned something around $1 billion during the fourth quarter. AC surpassed analysts' expectations, but the nation legislature did not delay the close of the delay this mega deal. Tokyo Nissan Motor Company Thursday committed its purchase of control stake that scheduled hit Mitsubishi Motors Corporation. The world's luxury goods market is up quarter this year, according to the forecast. From research made, the company as industry started to emerge from one of its weakest periods since the global recession. Per Australia, deals emerged to the start of a rough year where a net positive Australian energy company was added, which offered good output of financial results. London British energy service company Subsea 7 has entered a security contract and valued more than $150 million for work offshore Egypt for 4 months after deep staff cuts. Vienna oil price will move past $55 per barrel as supply side pressure eases next year, and that Russia has the ability to build outside into the needed Rosneft CEO said. Vienna, despite a brief halt, identified that the security situation in Yemen is too volatile to return to production, Australian Energy Company, or V, said. Looking at stocks now. Up 41.68 at 1802.62, SP 500 4.49 at 4.69, and Nasdaq 5,246.41. Up 2.38 points. Yes, he's always talks about always going to keep video on their news. Video footage of Donald Trump man while competition 7. As Mikey Spot is making store tools spot to be unique to humans. NASA Juno spacecraft got a safe mode summoned from gathering data just before the second close by 5 out of the gas jet. Pregnant women live healthcare reform has been mental health care coverage for Americans that report released this week, but about 50% of the U.S. More cases of sexually transmitted disease were reported last year than ever before. Federal officials said Wednesday just to say the local health departments that cut up the fact that blues funding. Less than 3 weeks out of the election day, just before early voting begins in Massachusetts, the new WPR UR portal is proving out that states for ballot questions may be fair at the ballot box. The final presidential debate once again demonstrated Donald Trump's grasp of the facts and willingness to make poor source of inaccurate claims. While all eyes are around the water for the third federal presidential debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, Trump TV, crying along to their testimony via Facebook Live. Up to 2 debates on our personal text over the heated reorder issue returned to center stage last night. While his reordering of Trump is full of shockers and whether the debate not big determination may not accept the outcome of an election, Tim Kaine said Thursday. Peter Russo is now 8:38 on this Thursday morning, and it's time now for a sports report tonight. The Boston Bruins will be taking on the Jersey Devils at the Garden game time, 7 o'clock. Devin the man believes the Cowboys should look to trade Tony Romo and Des Bryant over the build of the future around the younger players. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott. Jim Todd explains why he believes that UFL's domestic violence policy will break it all until he does revisit Josh Brown's case. Peter Children's time is now 8:30 to 8 on this Thursday morning, and it's time now for Traffic Transit Report. Beep! Let's start your everyday when a subway system is looking to get on the commuter rail and beyond Worcester Line trains may experience delays of 5 to 10 minutes as division train lists will be set up a longer delay expected. Please board inbound Fitchburg train 410 idiot from wedges on the outbound platform and off Leominster. Haven train 286 785 when it is operated 4045 is being scheduled into North Station to do a mechanical issue. Haven line train 288 8 from when it is operated 10 to 8 minutes being scheduled to North Station to train traffic ahead. And new report train 160 755 AM is inbound and now expected to report new report 25 35 minutes being scheduled to early mechanical issues and new report Rockville line train 192 833 from Beverly is canceled today. Altering passengers may take train 158 160 or 108. Taking the highways and motorways in New England on this Thursday morning, it is starting off Yakima. Now you have a stop outside effective Fairfield on Greenwich, Bird Parkway, westbound back there from Britain, 408 at Stamford, 84 westbound side is back to Newtown, Denver. 84 both ends is back to the Waterbury stretch. 95 the northbound 91 the southbound side of Little Sword, the New Haven stretch. 84 on the eastbound side of back to 691 the New Britain. 84 eastbound side of the back to the West Hartford down at Hartford, Connecticut. 91 the southbound side of back to from 291 I-84. 91 the northbound side of the back to Milltown and that's at Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the northbound side, Little Slow Ride, 57 in Springfield, 291 on the southbound side, Little Slow Ride, the Mass Park in Springfield. Out in Central Massachusetts, 190 on the southbound side, sold before 290 eastbound back to 146 to Route 9 in Worcester, 290 southbound side, back around Route 9. 146 on the northbound side, it's backed up around 290 in Worcester. Out in Route 9, 95 on the southbound side, it is backed up from Second to downtown Providence. 95 on the southbound side, back to 295, War Guardian in downtown Providence. 6 second actors, sold from 6 to 95. 6 is Little Slow for 6 second actor. 195 westbound side, it is backed up from Seacock to downtown Providence. 295 southbound side, back to Route 6 in Johnson. 295 the northbound side, back to Work down to Crescent. 146 in both ends is back to Brad. Route 99 and Lincoln 99. Northbound side, back to 90. 126 to 122 in the Lincoln Wisconsin stretch. 95 on the northbound side, it is backed up from 285 and all the way at the South Main Street in Sharon. 24 on the northbound side, it is backed up 139. Southern Oregon, Route 128 Kenton. Route 3 on the northbound side, it is backed up at Derby Street and Hingham on the Bay Tree Split. 198.5 on the both ends is backed up around 140 in New Bedford. 120 on the southbound side, it is backed up from 28 in Randolph in the Bay Tree Split. 120 on the northbound side, it is backed up from Denham all the way out to Waltham. 485 on the northbound side, it is backed up from Milford all the way out to Route 9 in Westboro. Mass back 7 go from Framingham all the way out of the Austin Rock Tolls. 7 Expressway on the northbound side of the Braintree Split all the way at the Dorchester. 7 Expressway. Southbound side is slow for the Dorchester stretch. Mass back to the westbound side from Brighton all the way and then Newton. Mass Park to the westbound side is slow from Loader Airport all the way to South Boston. 93 southbound side back to Wilmington all the way at the Zankin Bridge in Boston. Route 1 on the southbound side is backed up from Revere all the way at to Boston. 120 on the northbound side is backed up at 95. If you have the audio, 114. 120 the southbound side is backed up from Redden all the way out to Waltham. 128 on the northbound side is slow from Route 2 Lexington all the way to Route 3. 93 on the northbound side backed up Storming on Redden. Route 3 the southbound side is backed up 45. Low all the way at the Billwick and the Hibbex again just before 128 in Burlington. 485 on the northbound side is backed up after Route 2 in Wilton. 485 southbound side is backed up Hudson and Marlborough. 495 in the northbound side is backed up from Chelmsford all the way out to Route 93 in Andover. 495 the southbound side is backed up from Lawrence and Andover. 93 the southbound side is backed up 230 minutes through and on at Route 93 in Lawrence. 93 the southbound side is left to 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire. Every turn back southbound side is backed up 101 in Manchester, New Hampshire. But highways and byways of Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Lincoln, get Interstate 87 the southbound side at Little Slow around the New York State 3 in Albany. Peter Chill News Time is 8:43 on this Thursday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. And a 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, most of it's got about 65 degrees, east with about 3 to 8 miles an hour. Tonight, slight chance of rain before 10 p.m. Then a chance of drizzle is chance of rain between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. and then a chance of rain and drizzle after 11 p.m. Here's fog after 11 p.m. in West. Most gusts about 54 degrees. East of about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Just makes it 40%. New percent less than 10 minutes possible. Friday, rain like May from 10 a.m. Here's fog before 1 p.m. in West. Gusts about 82 degrees and southeast about 5 to 9 miles an hour. Just makes it 7%. New percent between 1/4 inch possible for Friday night. Rain possibly at Tesla before 1 a.m. Then rain likely punch market before 8 p.m. Lower end 50 degrees. Southeast about 6 miles an hour. Becoming DVD. Just makes it 8%. New percent of after 3/4 inches possible. Saturday, just rain before noon. The chance of showers at noon. Most gusts got about 36 degrees and light west wind. Increase of 5 to 9 miles in the morning. Winds good side. 26 miles an hour. Just makes it 50%. Sorry, at chance of shower rain before 3 a.m. Most gusts got 37 degrees. Just makes it 30%. For Sunday, most of the city park about 36 about 38 degrees. Monday, most of the city park about 37 about 34 degrees. Tuesday, most of the city park about 53 about 32 degrees. And for Wednesday, most of the about 51 degrees. Currently, in all it's fair skies. We got a temperature of 52 degrees with a humidity of 89%. And that's going to be it for the Peter Gentle morning news on this October 20th, 2016 on a Thursday. I'm Peter. Good morning, goodbye to you. See you at noontime for noontime report. Have a good morning.